Hello and welcome to this week's video in which I'll be building the 3-in-1 changing seasons from 2015 and the 3-in-1 Bikeshop and Cafe from 2014. And after I've built these 6 pieces, I'm going to combine them and make my own modular building. Found these in my local charity shop for like 25 to 30% cheaper than anywhere else I've seen online or elsewhere. So heads up, if you don't know, check out your local thrift shop for some great deals. I did later find out that it might not be as good deal as I thought it was. I mean, the light brick here was out of battery. It came loose like this. I suppose it was a little bit naive of me to think it'll still be in the plastic bags. And I was missing 3 very important pieces, but more on that later. It's just to say that I might have exaggerated when I said it was a great deal. It was a fair deal. But that being said, for what I need to use it for, this is the perfect deal. I want to start building my own modular buildings, and like I always say, if you want to learn something, you gotta start small. And I'm gonna add on this time, learn from the pros. So let's just dive right into it, starting here with the changing seasons, the quick build. As you can see, it's the winter build. Quite straightforward. I like the placement of the specialized light brick here inside the chimney. I cannot believe you didn't change the battery. It's a little suspicious how the snow has melted on the roof. Moving on to the inside, a cozy little home with a little chair and a desk and a fireplace. Special shout out to these curved slope pieces, make it look like a cabin with logs for walls. And I like these small tiles leading up to the front door. It does a lot with a little. A talent in itself. Moving on to the second build, the medium build, which is the autumn season. This time, the specialized light up piece is hidden underneath these sloped red and brown bricks. I think it's supposed to represent burning of the leaves. The half roof entrance here is quite cool. Other than that, it's got a bat on a tree here, and whatever the fuck this is, I mean, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this supposed to be? Ducks? What kind of sick mind would... I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks. Inside is much better. I like the sausage lamp here, and the fireplace is a step up from before. Moving on to the third build, or the advanced build as it's named, everyone's favorite season, spring or summer. You got a detachable tree, a lawnmower, a barbecue, and a pool with a nice little basketball hoop. I do like the roof here, especially how the windows pops out of the roof. Definitely something I want to copy from my own creation. Inside is as bare as the previous build. It's got a chair you can sit and stare into the wall on, and a very iffy ladder you can go up to the second floor. I should also add it comes with this mini car here, which I really like. I imagine having 8 or 9 of these, maybe even smaller for Lego kids. Having a go-kart ride in a theme park, like a mini city park. Moving on to the Bikeshop and Cafe, you can see this is a lot more exciting, a lot more going on here. I'm really excited to get this one going, so I'm going to start with the small build, or the quick build, which is just a flower shop and apartment upstairs. See, this is perfect for learning. Like the window frame here is something I'll take note in, the staircase leading up to apartment, and even the inside. There's a few good ideas I can fill up the insides with. But you see as it opened up here how easily you can just extend on this with bricks from my own collection and expand on the ideas that are already begun here, and you can quickly see how I can get a decent modular out of it. So earlier I mentioned there was 3 pieces missing. I don't know if you can find them here. I'm going to give you a hint. It rhymes with guinea pigs. So move on to the second build, the mechanics, which also has a car here. I like the sign, the little mailbox, and again how it opens up into a cool little street. This is my favorite of all the 6 builds, and I'll tell you why. The entrance for the car here is quite cool, but what tops it off is the angled entrance. It's clicked on top here with a click on, and the bottom is held on with a bendy 2x2. It's really well done, definitely something I want to steal or learn from, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Finally, we have the Bikeshop and Cafe with yet another one of these little cars. To be honest, considering this is the finale, it's a little bit disappointing. It seems quite straightforward. Like, there's nothing really here that stands out. I mean, except for the curtains in the cafe window, there's not really that much advanced stuff going on here. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of things here I'm gonna learn from. I mean, the shop window with the bike in is really cool. The cafe curtains, I already mentioned that, but especially the roofs as well. I know I'm gonna have trouble building roofs. That is my Achilles heels. I'm just gonna say it right now. There's also a lot of different ways you can go with window frames and doors, but like I said, I'm here to learn. I'm gonna try and copy what these guys are doing. I'm gonna try my own stuff, and we'll see what gets me in my own modular. Also, I have to give special props for this sign above the ATM machine. When it's open, it works like an archway with a coffee shop and a flower on one side. When you close it, it's just like a sign. Another little detail I like to give 10 out of 10. Finally, we get to the best bit, building my own modular. So first thing I did was just place all the red and blue bricks to see what kind of scale I was working at. It then became apparent the idea of moving the stairway into the middle and having a house on top. It turned out something like this, which I think is quite good for my first modular build ever. The mismatch on the backside here, I don't mind that much. It's going to be against another modular anyway. So I said everything is from this set except for these 4 pieces here, which I just took from my own collection just to spice up the entrance a little bit. I must admit I am a little bit proud of how the front door aligns with the stairs going up. It took a little bit of an ingenuity, a little bit emphasized, but you see how it misaligns now with the roof and the front and the top of the door. I also couldn't finish the roofs because I used the curves ones for the white walls, so the inside got this interesting texture now, which I could incorporate into cabinets or something. But moving along, we have the final piece. It's a bike shop, fashion shop, and a little takeaway with an apartment on top and a nice little balcony or roof garden. So let's jump right into the worst things about the build. The roof, the Amish roof, for some reason is what it is. The colors are off when it connects and just looks a little bit sloppy and a little bit square. Moving on to the better things in the build, probably a little mini model figure here in the shop window. Does a lot with a little, I think that's quite cool. The little takeaway window, I mean the rooftop here is quite good, the garden, the idea of it is quite good. Maybe the stairs up and the stairs tightly built in I quite like. And also the entrance of the doors, that's decent as well. And like all modulars, it passes that one criteria, which it can be taken apart, just like this. So yeah, there's some interesting things here, there's some good things, there's some bad things, there's some things we shouldn't talk about, but overall I'll probably give it a 4 out of 10, to be honest. I mean, it's not very good. You'll see later when I put it into the city how out of place it looks, but it's a good practice build. Like I've said, I'm gonna take the French Central Perk and the 2 noodle shops next and try to make that into modular, and I think that'll be a step up. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, what you'll give it. It's okay to say if you don't like it. I mean, it's probably... Alright, that's enough of that. So that's it for me this time. Like, thank you for watching. As always, please do leave a like and have a nice day. See you later. Bye.